Man, it's tough. I like speed climbing. I remember when it first came out a couple of years ago, I was on it. I was like, cool, I want to be super dynamic. I want to work on like massive explosive moves. And I think it's actually really cool. I know old school climbers and die-hard climbers will always be like, no, it's not climbing. And I can get it. I know where they're coming from. You don't have to necessarily figure out a lot of the small little things. Like, oh, cool, I need to climb on this crimp, and then I gotta go do a heel hook. There's none of that. It's just go up super quick, but really explosive. But it still works on route reading. It still works on pace. It still works on explosive power. It works on strength and conditioning. It also works on being able to have super quick analytical movements as well, and being able to have twitch muscle fibers to shoot constantly. Yeah. So hence I like speed climbing. But would it take off as big as like lead and also bouldering? No, personally. But I wish it could. Yeah. Because it's already in the Olympics. We can't just take it away. We have to just keep focusing on it.
Like you were saying, like I think there's good qualities to it. I think that it's a good training tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it should end. Personally.
It's a little bit like a little bit. Like, no, so you go in the public gym and everyone's like doing this style or that style, but you see very few people training like plyometric movements. Like, how few you see them around just do 6 reps of wall ball and they do some box jumps or and go really light and go on the bar and focus on speed or something. Like, you don't really see people doing plyometric a lot.
Maybe in that sense, it's like you're saying, like that's the missing thing from a lot of people's training. Maybe that's the missing link in climbing training.
Yeah,
is they're not training the speed stuff, and that make them better at like dynos and the comp style sort of movements.
Yeah, 100%. So I can see like what you were saying, Will. It's really good for the training side, and it is. I'm gonna agree. It's fantastic for training, and I think people should do it more often. But a lot of people are quite fixed in their ways and just go, nah, I'm not going to do speed climbing, not my style, it's not something I'm interested in, I'm not going to do it. Which is sad, because it is a whole different thing that can actually improve your bouldering and lead climbing. But,
it's quite interesting, so we're talking about the different styles of your climbing, like more flowy and slow and kind of thought out, kind of like here to the time, it's like flown at the wall, and then you've got the more dynamic. And it's almost like if you bridge the gap between the two, there's so much crossover they give each other, because the guys who are exploding at the wall can maybe learn to slow down, develop some like really slow full range of motion strength and really take the time on certain movements and have that control and stability and flow. Whereas the flowy guys could potentially learn to have a bit more explosivity, a bit more reactivity, and learn when to sort of fire through. Kind of a bit like the force development curve.
Oh yeah,
in some tradition where I was stuck in that slow, heavy kind of graceful movement for a while, but my speed was really bad. That's something I had to work on. I could imagine it's the same with climbing, where some guys who could float the wall really well might not have the capacity to actually perform a dyno as big as the guys who are into the dyno, but they might struggle to actually flow through more slower control cross sections potentially.
That's pretty good. Think about it. I like it. But man, I will do the whole thing of get people speed climbing so they can't chat shit about it. Hey, it is hard, man. When I got into it, it took me, I think the boulders wall is like 10 meters high. The official was 15. And if you were to climb it super slow and do it without speed, it's 6 speed plus.
Yeah.
And if you speed climb it, it's way easier. But yeah, it's like if you work on it, it gets addictive, you can enjoy it. And you go, my one went from 30 seconds to 8 seconds on the 10-meter wall.
Wow, that's not bad.
It's not too bad, but I was like, I'm going to go through this, man. I was like, I'm going to get quick. And then all of a sudden, I got a little injury and just went, I'm going to stop it for now.
Yeah.
But that was quite a while back.
Are you going to pick it back up anytime soon?
Oh no, I sprained my ankle. So no. I was like, I'm going to keep myself for the trail races and the trail running. So I'm just going to focus on that. With some bouldering, but not so much with speed.
If someone did want to get into speed climbing, what sort of advice would you give them to start off with?
Ooh.
So I'd say just give them to bouldering gym and then a couple of weeks of climbing. I'm like, I really enjoy bouldering. Maybe go on a walk to a belay a couple of times. And I was like, I want to try speed climbing now. What would be the advice you would give?
Learn to dyno.
Yeah.
Every single move you do is dynamic.
Yeah.
So if you go into the bouldering room, pick like a VB or VY and just go, cool, I'm going to just do it super dynamically. I'm going to get high feet, I'm going to jump for the next move and just keep trying that. So just be prepped. Everything you do on the speed climb is all going to be dynamic. And the big dynos, it's all about high feet. Get used to that. And as soon as you jump onto it, it feels like home. It feels fine. Yeah.